Chris the Nightmare Ariel, and you're watching Mr. Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, man. So I was just thinking about some of the best knockouts during 2016, and I'm gonna just do my list, man. This is gonna be my 10. I don't have it in order. Some of these knockouts are different. Some of the guys they knocked the guys out. The guys went to sleep. Some of these guys were just in vicious, bloody wars where they got stopped on their feet. Some guys got systematically broke down. Some guys got some of these knockouts were upset victories, and some of them just unexpected due to just both of the opponents, and some of them never even being down, let alone losing a fight. So this is just my 10. And all these guys, some of these guys you probably never heard of, so it's not just all the high profile guys. And you guys know I cover pretty much the heavyweights 1 through 100. You know what I mean? But some of the fights that I thought were some good stoppages that I didn't add to the list. Joey Abel stopping John Wesley No Fire. Now, some of you may say, who the fuck are these guys? Okay, Abel's a veteran guy. He had lost to Oscar Rivas. He got blitzed in that fight. That was on the one of the Boutte cards. I forgot who Boutte fought that night, but that was 2015. Then he came into 2016. He took this fight with John Wesley No Fire, who was an undefeated prospect at the time, an Al Haymon fighter. He was 19-0, and he came into the Abel fight, and he got blitzed. Abel put him down a few times. It was just a real bloody fight, man. The fight's possibly on YouTube. I've done post-fight videos to all of these fights that I'm gonna talk about. All right, so and that was a fight. It was an unexpected, and it was an upset. No Fire was a 19-0 guy. Oscar Rivas had just knocked out Abel in 2 rounds with a right hand that should possibly would have been one of the knockouts of the year, in my opinion, for 2015. So, they thought that, hey, this would be a nice touch for No Fire. And Abel came in weighing 257 pounds. He was 236 pounds for the Rivas fight. So he came in at his career high. Although when you looked at him physically, he didn't look out of shape. Just looked like a big, strong guy. You know what I mean? But he was, he added on a lot of weight, man. And he went in there and got it done against No Fire. That did not make my 10. Joshua versus Molina. That was a huge right hand that put Molina down. That stoppage didn't make my 10, but that was a good stoppage. Impressive. Now, Hay and Demore, I know it wasn't the best fight, all right? And a lot of these knockouts aren't going to be the best fights on paper. It's just how the fight ended, you know what I mean, to me, in my opinion. But I thought, hey, that right hand he landed on Demore, man, and put him down. Demore was stuck trying to get up. That was a huge right hand. One thing about David Hay, man, he does have a killer instinct. I know a lot of people don't like him for various reasons, but that dude can fight, man. But I like that stoppage. You know what I mean? Parker versus Dimitrenko was kind of funny to me, but I like that stoppage and the way he just had Dimitrenko rolling around on the ground. I don't know if he was trying to sell that he got hit when he was on his knee, which he did. He did get hit with a body shot when he was on his knee. But if he was hurt that bad, man, either he couldn't breathe or he was just doing a hell of an acting job. But I'll throw that one in here just because it was just hilarious to me. All right, but all right, now here's my 10. All right, and this is in no specific order, okay? Jarrell Big Baby Miller versus Donovan Dennis. I thought this was a good stoppage. Dennis was a really good amateur here in the U.S. on the national scene. He was in that Boxino tournament on ESPN. He lost to Andre Fedosov in the finals of that, but it was just a vicious attack by Miller, man. Those left and right hooks he was throwing. Dennis got stopped on his feet. Head rocking back and forth after getting hit with those wide hooks he was getting hit with. I thought that was just a nasty stoppage, man. Miller looked very impressive in that fight, in my opinion. Anthony Joshua versus Dominic Brazil. Just a systematic breakdown. You know what I mean? He systematically just broke Brazil down, hitting him between his guards with uppercuts. The punch variation I like from Joshua in that fight. Brazil's toughness, made him take even more punishment. You know what I mean? But he showed heart in that fight, but his heart was getting him punished even more in that fight, in my opinion. So that's I don't have these in order, but that's my second one, all right? My third fight will be Christian Hammer versus Michael Sprott. Yikes. That was it a left hook, right hand combination, put him down, and he was out of there. Have to throw that one in there. I've done post fights to all of these. If you guys haven't heard about these fights or seen these fights, go on YouTube and check them out, man. So that's my third fight. My fourth fight, Trey Lippe Morrison versus Ed Lattimore. The fight was on Showtime. It was on ShowBox. Morrison came in at, I think he was 11-0. Morrison and Lattimore was 13-0. Battle of two prospects. Didn't know how it was going to end. Lattimore, very tough, durable guy. And Morrison was able to shock him quick. You know what I mean? He put him down a few times. And the punch I was anticipating was left hook, right? And it was a right hand. And it was the first punch that hurt Lattimore was a right uppercut. It just came out of nowhere. Kind of lifted him off his feet a little bit. Kind of shocked him a little bit, rocked him. And then it was the straight right that put him down. And, you know, it was the right hand and uppercuts that was doing most of the damage when I was expecting a left hook. You know what I mean? But I thought that was a damn good stoppage. That's number 4. Number 5, Eric Molina versus Tomas Adamek. It was an upset, and it was a good right hand that put Adamek down. Good right hand to put Adamek down, and I thought that you know, just by it being an upset, Molina was on the road in Poland. He was losing that fight on the scorecards. But when you watch the fight, he wasn't getting beat up. It's just, you know, but he was losing a fight on points on the scorecards, and it was a come from behind victory, man. And the way he set Adamek up by letting Adamek feel comfortable, walking him down and throwing combinations, and he caught him in between that, man. That was a good right hand that put Adamek down. All right, so that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so my sixth fight, this dude just got put to sleep. And it's funny because he's on the receiving end of this list. But Povetkin's knockout over Duhaupas, I know a lot of people feel as if, hey, you know, they feel a certain way about Povetkin. That B sample is coming out tomorrow, so there's a lot going on with Povetkin this year. But that knockout was vicious, man. That left hook he threw and knocked Duhaupas out with put him to sleep. That shit was vicious. All right, so so what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's my sixth fight. Okay, so the seventh fight, Duhaupas again, but this time he's on the he's not on the shit end of the stick this time, man. When he knocked out Helenius, I thought that was a good stoppage. It was an upset. Helenius was the favorite going into that fight. Wasn't a big favorite, but he was the favorite. He's been in there with some guys that you would probably consider heavier punchers than Duhaupas, like Samuel Peters considered a heavier puncher than Duhaupas. Shit, some people even may rate Chisora as a heavier puncher, but yeah, Duhaupas, that right hand that he hit Helenius with, he bloodied him up, knocked him down, had him stumbling and all that. That was a good knockout. I like that stoppage. Number 8, Mike Malo versus Krzysztof Zimnoch in Poland. Upset victory. That right hand clipped Zimnoch, put him down. He tried to get up. He, you know, and it was an upset, and it was a quick finish, man. So I definitely have to have Mike Malo's win over Zimnoch. They're going to actually have a rematch. I forget exactly when. Is it next month? It's soon. It's coming up soon. But Zimnoch and Malo's having a rematch, though. I'm curious to see how that one's going to end. Some people think Malo's going to knock him out again. All right, in my 9th fight, I'm going to have to say Lucas Brown and Chigaev. Chigaev had Brown down, had him hurt in that when he knocked him down. He was up on the scorecards, comfortable lead on the scorecards. Got hit with a right hand during an exchange. He went down, he got up, a little bit wobbly. Brown got him against the ropes, literally threw about 11, 12 fucking straight right hooks consecutively, just right hook, banging away at Chigaev. Then he started to mix in some left hooks, and he just started pouring it on, and the ref stepped in and stopped the fight. Now, a lot of people say, Mr. Boxing, how can you have this one on there with the, you know, after the fight with the test results? And then they end up clearing him, and then he ended up popping again, you know, preparing for Shannon Briggs or whatever, man. But, yeah, so, you know, they didn't change the result of that fight, you know what I mean? So, That was a good knockout win, come from behind, and I had picked Chigaev to win that fight to beat Lucas Brown when I made my prediction. So that was an upset, you know what I mean? And Chigaev was the betting, I believe he was the betting favorite. I believe he was. But that's fight number 9. All right. Now, fight number 10, I mean, come on now. Come on now. Deontay Wilder and Artur Szpilka. Now, that's a fight I had Szpilka win. I had him up 4-3-1 going into the night. I had Szpilka up going into that 9th round. My scorecard doesn't mean anything because the judges had Wilder up in that fight. But no matter if you had Wilder up or not, it was a fight that wasn't easy for Wilder that night. And you talk about just turning I mean, he just hit the kill switch, man. I mean, that right hand put Szpilka to sleep. The way that, you know, Duhaupas went to sleep. I mean, he was out of there, man, when Duhaupas fought Povetkin. Even Hammer and Sprott to some degree, but he put him to sleep, man. He put him to sleep. That right hand was vicious. Hit him right on the chin, and he went right to sleep, you know. So those are my knockouts of the year, man. I could have probably added Adrian Granada and France Real to the honorable mention list. There's probably a few other fights I could have added, but those are my 10. Jarrell Big Baby Miller versus Donovan Dennis. Anthony Joshua, Dominic Brazil. Christian Hammer, Michael Sprott. Trey Lippe Morrison, Ed Lattimore. Eric Molina, Tomas Adamek, Alexander Povetkin, Johan Duhaupas. Johan Duhaupas versus Helenius, Christoph Zimnak, and Mike Malo. Lucas Brown, Ruslan Chigaev, and Deontay Wilder, Artur Szpilka. Let me know what your top 10 KOs of 2016 were. Again, I didn't want to take the time to try to rate these. I mean, some of them I like more than others because they were upsets or because the guy went to sleep or, you know, just a systematic breakdown. There was different reasons why I like some of these, but let me know your 10. I'm out.